Some people just want to watch world fun.
Jeff nails another draft day.
Nailed
Makes
it.
top 5 has 98.
I got one more.
Just loves him some Kevin James.
Fucking Kevin James.
It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's the history of bad. That's right. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the history of bad ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the history of bad ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke. Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 367. The Floppy Awards 2020 are here. I'm Jason.
Yay. I'm Jeff.
I'm Jim.
I'm the intern.
And,
I'm Scab Blake.
oh, Doug, Scab Blake is here. Number one fan. Welcome. And multiple winner, Floppy Award loser. Got those confused. Nominated, yes. Scab Jeff is here. Welcome, Scab.
Have I lost more floppies than anybody?
Yes. I don't even have to check that up. Yes.
You're the
Don't
floppiest.
Don't they say just being nominated is worth it?
Having more nominations than anybody, I think, is honor.
Yes. So, people that don't know, they're new to listening to us. Every year, we do the Floppy Awards. This is our eighth year of the Floppy Awards. So...
Seventh?
Seventh. You're right. I can't count. Seventh year of the Floppy Awards. And so this year, we're doing, it's just awesome. I mean, we're doing it by Skype. We're not in the studios. We usually have a lot bigger voting crowd. But that's okay. That's okay. And then we give out the best and worst of 2020. So let's see here. We do have the listeners vote. They get one vote, and then we get the votes. We get the deciding votes here. So,
Jason.
Yes.
Jason, how did you come up with the name Floppy?
Actually, I don't know. How did I come up with the name Floppy? Oh, Idris Elba. Boom. Because that man has a large floppy, and I'm jealous. So, everybody loves it. We also have a Worsley Award winner. And we'll get to that. That's the person that, they die by doing the stupidest thing possible, but they think it's a good idea. So...
I don't know, it's stupid. It's a noble cause that went awry.
Well, it could have been easily avoided for the most part.
And if you have one this year that you would like to nominate, all of you guys, we're doing that this year. So you guys each nominate something if you want to. We're going to get right into it. We usually do worst or biggest bombs of the year for movies. It didn't matter. It was 2020. There was no movies out. They all bombed.
The floppy for that is the entire movie system. It's the 2020 bomb floppy.
Yes. Tenet. We're just going to give it to Tenet this year.
What? It's one of the two movies I saw this year.
I wanted $1 billion in honor of Steve. And throughout the episode, we have multiple podcasters sending in their own awards from the Floppy Awards. So they'll be presenting them throughout the episode. So just bear with us here. First one, though, is picked by Hobie. It's Floppy for the Best Morris. Best Morris. Scab Jeff Morris, you are nominated on this category.
I feel that this is pretty much a shoo-in for me.
It's Scab Jeff.
I had a floppy bribe. My last name's Morris.
But have you seen the competition?
The nominees are Scab Jeff, Pam Morris, Sister Pam, listener to the show, Morris Day, singer, and the other singer, Morrissey. Let's see here. So the poll of the week voted on by the fans here on Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter. In last place was Pam at 6%, Morrissey at 10%. Scab Jeff, you lost 28% to 56% to Morris Day. Morris Day gets the listener vote. So that's one for them, one for him. So we're going to go around the room real quick. And Scab Jeff, you can go first since this is the best Morris. Who do you vote for?
Before I vote, who is Morris Day?
The lead singer of The Time? Morris Day and The Time? Come on.
Get out.
What year was it?
Leo.
Well, 1970s.
Well, he was popular in the 80s, but I mean, he's eternal.
I think I'm going to have to vote for Scab Jeff.
Okay, one vote for Scab. Jeff, what do you got?
I'm going with Morris Day. I mean, come on.
Okay.
He's eternal.
Jim, who do you got?
I'm going to go with Morrissey.
Morrissey, wow.
Oh, Morrissey sucks. I'd vote for Scamp Jeff over Morrissey.
Oh, let's not get drastic.
Well, it's my vote. You shut up.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, your vote is wrong.
Doug, who do you got?
I was going to vote for Scab Jeff, but seeing this list and this day of pandemic, we were supposed to shop local and such. I believe Pam Morris lives in the same place I do, so I have to give my vote to her.
Okay, Pam.
Lives in your house?
No. Same city, township, whatever.
She lives in the same township as me. Do you live in Delaware?
What? Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
I already made my vote, though.
Nope, you can't. You already sent it in. It's like a mail-in vote. It's already in.
Oh.
Wait, Jeff, is your house officially in Delhi? Or is it in West Price Hill?
It's West Price Hill, but it's close enough.
Brian, who do you got? Intern, who are you voting for?
Just look at the list. I'm gonna go Scab Jeff.
Wow.
Ooh.
Well,
So who's that?
it's me. It's me.
I know you're going to vote for me.
I do like Scab Jeff. I like his hats a lot. So I'm going to...
What did he bribe you with?
Nothing, really. Nothing. I already had a book. Oh. Well, because of that, you know what? I'm going Morris Day. Morris Day wins the first floppy. 2020.
So close.
Damn you. Damn it, Jeff. If you would have got me a better book, I would have done it. I mean, jeez.
Can I request a recount?
Let me do a recount. You lost. Okay. There's your recount. Oh,
More in the recount?
No, I thought you had it.
Right.
This is the year. 2020 is a shitstorm. I really thought you were going to change and get it.
You came in second.
Yeah. So good for you.
You know, you probably have more floppy votes than anybody, too.
Yeah. That is true. It's a victory. It's a hollow victory, but it is a victory. Speaking of that, hollow victories, we have Kevin from 365 Flicks. He's not even 365 anymore because they don't even put one out every year. He is now Nerdly Out Loud. Sorry, Chris. That you can find on on nerdly.co.uk along with us. He is presenting the best British indie flick of the year 2020. So, Kevin, take it away.
Hello, everybody. This is Kevin Halden from the Nerdly Out Loud podcast. The official podcast of nerdly.co.uk. I am also the host of 365 Flicks podcast, and the boys at Hobie asked me if I would like to come back and host a Floppy Award. And of course, I said yes, because I love those guys. Jason the most, though, because he is the best. Although, Jeff, you are awesome, and Blake, when you turn up, which is not very often, you're pretty cool too. So with that, Jason said that I could pretty much do any category I wanted, and I decided to go with, because my passion in podcasting, my interviews and everything I do, my reviews, is independent movies. But I'm not just going to go independent movies, I'm going to go independent British movies. We're going to go down that road. I have made a short list of 7 movies. That's not a very short list. 6 movies. I have made a short list, and I'm going to run through them, and then I'm going to declare a winner. So first up was a British movie called Villain, which stars Craig Fairbrass. Absolutely fantastic movie about a man coming out of prison, sort of trying to go legit and stay good, but he keeps getting pulled back in. It's a proper British gangster movie, but it doesn't feel like that, and it gets very underrated over here. It's a fantastic flick. Doesn't do what you think it's going to do. So you should check that one out. Craig Fairbrass is wonderful in it. Horror movie, The Dare. This was a Giles Alderson movie. The filmmaker's podcast, Giles, is absolutely fantastic. The Dare is a movie that he had been making for about 6-7 years. Finally got out this year, and I was so glad to see it. And it was actually better than I thought it was going to be, which I don't know if that's like a good comment to make. I think it is. I'm giving it credit. Yeah, but The Dare, starring Richard Brake, who, if you're American, you know Richard Brake. Yeah, no list for me was ever going to be complete without a Tom Payton movie, and G-Lock came out this year, starring the wonderful Stephen Moyer and the even better Casper Van Dien. By the way, I've met that man. He was awesome. I met him on the set of G-Lock. We talked about Starship Troopers and how it got lost on you Americans because of its political... you all thought it was a fascist movie, but it was satire. God damn it, it was bloody satire in space. Yeah, G-Lock is fantastic. Tom Payton, you've done a cracking job there. Knuckle Dust. I stopped reviewing earlier in the year because of all this COVID and lockdowns, and I just lost the passion a little bit. And then a couple of months back, I started getting back into it, and one of my first 5 movies was a movie called Knuckle Dust, and it is an absolute hyper-realistic thrill ride of a movie. What a film. Absolutely fantastic. You should check out Knuckle Dust. James Kermack directed. And if you like History Channel's Vikings, Aethelwulf, Mo Dunford, is in this movie as well, and Queen Quethrin is also in this movie. So yeah, that was Knuckle Dust. Another horror for you, it's Hosts. It's Richard Oakes and Adam Leader. Those boys have been doing Hosts for about 2 years. I had been following them for some time. Neil Ward is fantastic in the male lead, and Samantha Loxley just fucking smashes it, to be honest. So that's Hosts. And then the last one I'm going to throw out there is a sort of horror kung fu movie, Tribal Get Out Alive. This was a fantastic little flick. Punches, kicks, zombies. It's just great. It's just a great little movie, like a little cult coming into it and whatnot. Zara Fivian, I did a fantastic interview with the cast and crew earlier this year. It's a movie you should really check out. Yeah, I think you'll love it. So with that is my 6 movies that I have thoroughly enjoyed this year and feel deserve to be in the running for a floppy. But who is the winner, I hear you all asking? Well, first of all, check out Nerdly Out Loud, the official podcast of nerdly.co.uk. You will enjoy it. I do interviews, reviews, all other things that end in ooze. Do go to nerdly.co.uk and check out all the reviews over there, but do check out the podcast. That is all I'm going to say about that. And on YouTube, I'm putting the video interviews out. I'm trying that out. That's something new that I'm doing, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Got a few good ones coming up. Do check them out. But the winner of the floppy for Best Independent British Movie is going to be... I used to actually have a drum kit in the studio. I don't have one anymore. Yeah, I got rid of it because it was in the way. Anyway, so the winner of the floppy for Best British Independent Movie is going to be... It was easy. This was the choice. I gave this movie 5 stars. I raved about this movie. I have interviewed the director and the main lead. This movie is just one of my favourite movies, not just of this year, but of the last few years. British independent film is on a massive comeback, Knuckle Dust. Wow, this film is so hyper-realistic, fun as balls. There's not really many other movies where you're going to see a hallway scene that looks like Old Boy or Daredevil, but they're fighting with dildo nunchucks. So yeah, if that's your bag, go and watch this movie. It's the smartest movie I've seen this year. It's the cleverest movie I've seen this year. Punches, kicks galore, amazing characters. Check it out. It deserves this floppy, and they will be happy to receive it. I will let them know when the episode goes out. Please do check out the flick. So I'm going to leave. Jason, thank you for letting me do this. Jeff, you two, all the guys over at Hobie, you're doing a fantastic job. I still listen to every episode. You guys are one of the reasons I stayed podcasting. You're one of the reasons why I've enjoyed podcasting so much. Coming over to see you guys in Cincinnati was the absolute balls. I just love you, man. And if anybody really does deserve a floppy this year for like outstanding contribution to podcasting, I'd say it's you guys. I think you guys should get it, or Canadian of the Year. Just do me a favour, don't give Scab Jeff anything, because he doesn't deserve anything for stealing that llama. Right, guys, peace out. Love you all. Nerdly Out Loud. Do check it out. It is the best podcast on Podbean right now. I hope you guys aren't on Podbean. You're not on Podbean, are you? Anyway, it's the best podcast out there, so do check it out. Much love. See you later.
Okay. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Nerdly Out Loud. Take a look at them. Congratulations to Knuckle Dust. A dildo nunchucks. You gotta love that scene.
I mean, that's specifically written for a floppy win, right?
Yes. Good news is he also gave out honorary floppies to Jim, Jeff, Brian, Doug, and myself, but not Scab Jeff because Scab Jeff stole a llama at the Comic Expo. So congratulations.
He didn't steal it. He just bought it out from underneath that poor old little girl.
Jim, do you have a spot for your floppy?
Oh, yeah. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Brian, I want your floppy to be shown on the wall next to your two posters behind you. So, just want to let you know.
I'm still waiting on my Floppy Award from 2019 as Intern of the Year.
Well, if you get two of them this year, I'll help you out. I'll get you one. Let's see.
You're getting him a double
Jen
floppy?
already has hers. It's. I don't want to mess up the camera, but it's clearly back there.
Jen Adams does good job. Let's see here. Next, Jeff, would you like to do this since you did the box office bombs? What do we got here?
Oh, well, since we're not necessarily doing bombs, we're just choosing the worst film as picked by us that was released to the public this year.
Okay.
The nominees we have are Doolittle, Artemis Fowl, Hard Kill, Bloodshot, and Fantasy Island.
Okay. Just real quick here. Blake's pick. We've got to count Blake last week. Blake said in his votes. He voted for Morris Day last one. So it wasn't even close. Worst film? Blake picked Fantasy fucking Island, for fuck's sake. So that's one pick for Fantasy Island.
Okay.
I'm going to go and pick Doolittle, because that thing was a piece of crap. What you got, Jeff?
I'm looking at these, and the simple fact of the matter is I haven't seen any of them.
Doesn't matter.
But I think I might pick a Hard Kill, because if I'm not mistaken, that was the one filmed in town?
That was the one filmed exclusively in Norwood.
Okay, so they ruined Norwood with that movie, so I'm going to pick Hard Kill.
Okay.
Don't talk shit about Norwood.
Brian, who are you picking?
So I've seen 3 of these 5 movies.
Mm-hmm.
And despite the fact that Josh Gad has no butthole, I'm voting for Hard Kill.
Okay.
That is by far the worst movie I've probably seen in the last 5 years.
Jim, what is your pick?
Let's see. I haven't seen any of these either. Brian really, really dislikes Hard Kill. But I'm going to go on my own, and for something for the worst, I'm going to vote Scab Jeff.
Oh, look at you. Going out on a limb.
Can he pull out a victory? Ooh.
Scab Jeff, what would you like to pick?
Oh, I'd like to vote for myself, but I gotta go Moonlight.
Doug, what do you got for worst film of the year?
Just so he can keep adding on his votes, I'm going to vote for Scab Jeff.
Oh no! Oh no!
Is that a win?
Nope!
That's a tie.
No, we've got a tie.
So it goes to a runoff. We got.
It would have been a win if you voted for yourself.
We got Scab Jeff and Hard Kill for the tie. Scab Jeff, who would you like to vote for?
Do I have to vote one of those two?
Yes, that's a runoff. You got two
I'll go
picks.
Scab Jeff.
Who you pick it? Wait on.
Scab Jeff.
Okay, Doug.
Since I've already voted for Scab Jeff once, I'm going with Hard Kill.
Good call. Brian.
Hard Kill.
Jeff. Oh, sorry, Brian. Sorry, Brian.
Go ahead. No,
Okay.
You're good.
Since I already voted for Hard Kill once, I'm going to stick with my convictions and vote for Hard Kill.
Ooh.
I'm going to vote for Hard Kill. Jim, what do you got?
I put him up there. I'm sticking with Scab Jeff.
Well, you only lost 4-2 this time. Hard Kill is the winner.
I went to a runoff, though.
Again.
Let me recount. Jeff lost. Okay, so Hard Kill, congratulations. Worst film of 2020. Switching gears, we're going to best films of 2020 presented by our friends of the show, Steve and Izzy. They come on a lot, and we appreciate it. The best part is, not only was Fantasy Island up for worst film of 2020, they're on their nominees for best film of 2020. So congratulations, guys. Fantasy Island. So Steve and Izzy, let's go ahead and take it away.
Hey everybody, I'm Steve.
And I'm Izzy.
And we're with Everything I Learned from Movies. And tonight...
Oh, tonight.
We are here on the History of Bad Ideas podcast.
We are?
We are, yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Here's where Jason says something incorrectly and then says the Beatles did Last Train to Clarksville.
The Last Train to Clarksville.
But we are here for a very prestigious award, and that is the top movie of the year 2020, a highly contested year in which, 10 movies could have possibly entered into this. I don't know.
It was a tight race,
Very tight. And here are the nominees, starting with Blumhouse's Fantasy Island.
I had to fight hard to keep this one on the list, folks.
She really did.
Here's going to be my justification for this.
Okay.
That movie was much better than it had any right to be. That movie did not have to be that movie was supposed to be a total train wreck, and it actually was fairly enjoyable. Not saying it was the greatest. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I am.
Just because it was the last movie we saw in theaters before the year of our Rona.
And actually, no, that wasn't the last movie we saw in theaters, because you and I also saw Death Race 2000.
Yeah. Anyway.
So Death Race 2000.
So yeah, Fantasy Island. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Another movie that did not have to be as good as it was.
How is that being nominated for Best Movie of the Year? And then another one that wasn't even theaters. Host.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't seen Host.
Check it out. It's streaming on Shudder and maybe Amazon
Yeah.
Prime, and it's like 55 minutes.
It's worth it, guys. It's so good.
Yeah, nice little horror. Jiu-Jitsu, yes. Nicolas Cage, Elaine Moussi, Tony Jaa, Frank Grillo, and more. Fighting basically a kung fu predator.
Yeah, that's everything I ever wanted.
That's right. And another Blumhouse movie. Wow, two Blumhouse movies.
Two Blumhouse movies.
The Invisible Man.
Guys, if you haven't seen Invisible Man, whew.
So you guys are going to pick whatever you guys think. You'll probably say like, oh, New Mutants. Like that's even been released.
We All Live in a Yellow Submarine is my favorite movie. I love the monkeys.
But here at Everything I Learned from Movies, available on all major podcatchers. And babe, are you on the internet?
I am. You find me everywhere at Untidy Venus.
UntidyVenus.etsy.com. So
Yeah.
we know what movie wins this in our eyes, right?
Of course.
Yeah, it's The Invisible Man.
Jiu-Jitsu. Wait, what?
Oh. What?
No, it is Invisible Man.
It is
guys.
Invisible Man.
Invisible Man is so good.
Jiu-Jitsu was close, even though, oh man, poor Elaine Moussi.
Oh, they did him wrong.
But,
the script did him wrong.
But yeah, Invisible Man. Elizabeth Moss was fucking killing it.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, it zigs when you think it's gonna zag. It easily could have been a Blumhouse movie.
Oh, that scene at dinner with the sister. Oh, yeah. Go check it out, guys.
Oh.
And now,
anxiety.
back to you, Jason and Jeff and whoever the hell else is there. Whoever shows up this week. Everything I learned from movies.
Thank you, Steve. Izzy, awesome as always. Cool Ranch was there.
Cool Ranch is doing well. We like to see that.
Cool Ranch, the only rat that we got to name this year. So congratulations, Cool Ranch.
I think we should just give Cool Ranch a floppy.
You have the power, Jeff. You can do that. You want to do that?
I'm giving Cool Ranch an honorary floppy this year.
Good job. So Cool Ranch has
Rat gets a floppy, and Jeff is still struggling to get his first.
See how easy it is to win a floppy?
You just have to be.
Those honorary floppy things.
No, we don't have any more.
There's only one honorary allowed a year. Come on.
Next,
Wasn't there anything behind it, like the blank honorary floppy?
No.
Well, we haven't named it yet.
We're not there yet. Okay, Scab, just calm down. Okay, calm down.
Maybe we'll name it after Cool Ranch.
Ooh, the Cool Ranch honorary floppy. Doug, you want to do the next category? Let's introduce that one.
The worst new TV series, 2020.
Okay.
Nominees: The Goop Lab with Gwyneth Paltrow. I have no idea what that is. Space Force, Snowpiercer. Next, The Island, and Can You See My Voice?
Full disclosure, Island came out last year at the end of the year, but it was so bad I had to put it on for 2020. So just put it.
What was it about?
Prisoners stuck on an island, and it came to be known that it was virtual reality, and it was
spoilers.
It was
Was it an Amazon?
Netflix, I think. Yeah, Netflix. It was 8 episodes, I think. First couple episodes, you're like, oh, this has potential, and then it went off the rails. It was really bad.
It looked pretty good to begin with. Like it drew you in, and what.
Previous winners of this award are Sunnyside, The Alec Baldwin Show, Megyn Kelly, Kevin Can Wait, Heartbreaker,
Bullshit.
and A Bad Judge in Utopia tie.
Oh, man.
We know you like Megyn Kelly, Brian, but it was a bad show.
She was great in Bombshell.
I don't think that was her.
Oh, no?
Speaking of that, Scab, I know you don't listen, but I did see Bombshell the other week.
It was terrible, right?
It was okay. I give it a C. Like, there could have been so much more. If it was a miniseries, it would have been better. But
it was a ridiculously bad movie.
I like John Lithgow played Jabba the Hutt. That was kind of cool. I like that scene. But yeah,
he did that in The Crown too.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Scab, you go ahead.
Nobody's seen the green one in the.
I haven't seen The Crown.
My wife watches it. My wife really likes it.
I have a thing against the British royalty, so I don't watch things about them.
Let's see. Scab, you go first. What's your pick?
I will. I hate to say it, but Space Force.
Ooh. Okay.
Because that's the only one I've seen, and it was pretty bad.
I'm going to go agree with you. That's my vote, too. Space Force. So much potential. Not good.
Well, what I saw of Space Force was great. I started watching it. I fell asleep, and apparently they did a time jump. So when I woke up, I had no clue what was going on. So I'm going to vote for You Can See My Voice, or Can You See My Voice?
Have you seen that episode, that show?
No, I just saw the ads for it and thought that sounds like the stupidest premise I've ever heard.
Good job.
And they didn't ask me to be on it, so I'm heartbroken.
Jim, what do you got?
Space Force was bad, but I chuckled a couple of times during it.
Mm-hmm.
I did watch one episode of You Can See My Voice, and that's stupid. That is just plain stupid. And, Ken Jeong needs to stop making television shows.
I agree on that.
So I am going to go with You Can See My Voice.
Okay. Brian, what do you got?
Let's see. I have only seen 2 of these nominated, Space Force and Snowpiercer. I enjoyed Space Force enough to where I don't think it was by far the worst of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I consulted with Dr. Dana on this category, and I'm going to go with her vote of Can You See My Voice?
Ooh, good job, Dr. Dana. Good job. Brian, blink. Are you okay? Are you okay? We're here for you, buddy. Let's see. Doug, what do you got here? It's going to be Space Force or Can You See My Voice? Or you can pick a different one.
Well, first off, I want to ask Brian, has your wife seen Nurses yet, or the commercial for Nurses?
So we have watched the pilot episode.
What is her opinion on it? I haven't seen it.
She said by far, probably that should have been the worst show of the year.
Okay.
Okay, you know what? We can go off record. Do you want to go with Nurses? Just give that one the worst one of the year? We could.
I don't feel like I have the power to make that happen.
Okay.
So I wasn't going to bring it.
That's the next year, Floppy.
Okay, we'll put that on there.
It can be
because I've seen the commercial for it. My wife and I did, and yeah, we both thought. Yeah, she thought the same thing. It looked horrible. I just wanted because I heard.
Not only is it highly non-correct, the way that the show starts off never would happen in a hospital ever. So right from the jump, she was like, "Yeah, this isn't going to be good because it's nowhere near close to reality." And then it was bad. It was really bad.
That's what we kind of figured.
When we get back,
mark that for next year, Jason.
I will. I'll get that. Brian, when we get back from break, because this is our last episode of 2020, we filmed 2 weeks in a row together. I want you to take a look at Transplant and see how accurate it is.
I almost started watching that the other night.
Okay.
But I was scrolling because I was looking for something to watch, and then I landed on Sports Night for the 3rd or 4th time, I think now. So, but yeah, I definitely am gonna start that probably next.
I would like to see Dr. Dana's thoughts about the accuracy. It looks accurate from an outside, and I have no medical background. It looks accurate, but yeah. I want to know if it's just bullshit or not. So,
I have a more important question.
Yeah.
Where are you finding Sports Night?
It's on Amazon.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yeah. It's IMDb TV has it. That's what it's listed through,
right.
Or on Amazon.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cut man.
Okay. For my vote, Space Force has Stephen Carell.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
He's a former postal worker. I cannot vote for him for worse. So I'll go with Can You See My Voice?
Okay. Now this is the big one. Blake. I didn't watch any of these, thank God. Way to be, Blake.
Great vote.
Doesn't he realize as an American it's his right to vote for things he doesn't know anything about?
He doesn't care.
Can you see my voice?
That's why we're in the situation we're in.
That's right. So congratulations. Can you see my voice? Congratulations. Congratulations. Hey,
They should be proud.
Hey, Jim, is Joel McHale a judge on that?
Not on the episode I saw.
Okay. I didn't know if he... I thought I saw a preview with him on it, but it might have been something else. I'm not 100%
It's
sure.
like The Masked Singer. He probably comes on for one episode.
Yeah, probably a guest judge or something.
Spoilers, Leanne Rimes won that. Let's see here. Now we go to...
Damn it! I watched it too, and you spoiled it.
My bad.
She was really good.
What's that?
She can really sing. She was really good on the show.
Which one was she?
She was on Masked Singer.
No, but which
The Sun.
mask?
The Sun.
The Sun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She does have a hell of a
Really
voice.
win? I just started watching it.
Whoops.
So you spoiled it. Way to go.
Hey, Luke dies in Return of the Jedi, or Revenge of the Jedi, or whatever that is, Last Jedi.
I have a question, and this may come up later, but for Intern of the Year,
Yeah.
I'm just... Do you realize the show is I Can See Your Voice?
Anyways, well, this might come up.
God damn it! That fax machine should have done better.
Yeah, the fax machine left the eye off.
So let's throw it over for the next category: most hyped film / television that failed. Presented by the Pop Culture Cafe and British Paul. What? Come on, man. Come on. You can't. You should be like a good You're a great podcast. You shouldn't be bringing more people in. I mean, that never works out. Never works
I
out.
feel like every week somebody else comes on and then doesn't leave.
I don't know what happened. So, Pop Culture Cafe, take it.
I gotta do the intro, buddy. Hey, everybody who's listened to the Hobie podcast, we were once again asked this year to come up with a Floppy Award winner for 2020. And so this year, we are joined with the third party of our group, this time that we can have a three-way. And then there's myself, I'm speaking right now, I'm John. And then there's Scott here. Guys, if you listen to our show, that's the regular co-host of the show. And if you don't listen to the show, well, fuck off. And then our third member is Paul. Hey, Paul.
Hey, John. Thanks for inviting me. I know I'm not Canadian, but we're all part of the company. So,
Yeah, but if
he's united though, Sir Paul.
Yeah, Sir Paul.
Yeah.
We
this is true. I'm actually personally representing the Queen.
Yeah.
So I'll be presenting her at this show.
We have him kneel and we slap him on each side of the head with a beaver tail. So this year we've decided to go with the most hyped movie / TV show that came out and did not live up to its hype. So that's we have just 3 contenders, and I will just flip a coin for the winner. So we'll go with Scott. You came up with this list, so you come up with your first one.
Basically, this, as I mentioned, this would not have been as hyped as it was if it wasn't what had happened in the world. This is basically back in March or April, I think, and it was, right when the virus was going kind of crazy and things were moving to Netflix and Amazon and that, and they were really trying to push this as a big event, and it was The Witcher. And it was one of the first things that I think got they tried to take that big event feel from the movie theaters and put it on to Netflix. And I thought it would be more than it was. I thought it was going to be in the range of like the Lord of the Rings or something like that, and it just wasn't. I found the editing was rough. Henry Cavill, he looked the part, but I found his character was very wooden. Some of the other characters, when they would time jump, there was no clear indication that they had. So I found the first couple of episodes were very confusing, and once you lost that, you lost a lot of the storyline. Everyone was going on about it online. I also think it was one of the best examples of a propaganda campaign where accounts are just made and you go online and you just praise it to the hills. And I mean, it was everywhere when it came out on Netflix. It was everywhere, and everyone was saying how wonderful and awesome it was. And you had Henry Cavill laying there in that tub with this, the infamous topless shot, and it just wasn't what everyone said it was. No, it wasn't even a turn on. There was just a breakdown of the storytelling. Some of the acting was very wooden. The story itself didn't seem as strong as everyone made it out to be, even though my understanding it's based on a book, and a lot of movies that are based on books tend to turn out very well, even if they don't follow the book faithfully. But this series, the first season at least, didn't do much for me at all. It's nothing. I'm not thinking of one thing in the first season that was, the Captain America in the elevator scene from Winter Soldier, where you're like, fuck, there they got it. That's the moment that this became an awesome movie, and it just. There's nothing really that I can remember about it, to be honest. So that to me is hyped, where it just didn't follow through on a bunch of different levels.
All right, Paul, what's your contender for the Floppy?
I had a small short list of movies. 3 of them made the short list. 2 of them have actually pushed off onto different categories that we're probably going to talk about a little later on. But the one I settled on for the most hype and the biggest disappointment was the Birds of Prey movie. I was sort of disappointed in this. I mean, I'm a fan of the Birds of Prey comics. You got, I keep wanting to say Black Widow. It's not Black Canary, Huntress, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. She was the standout in the original Suicide Squad film. So I think everyone kind of had high expectations. It was female-driven action movie, DC property based on a comic book that has a decent history behind it. Aside from Ewan McGregor's performance, the entire movie was kind of dog shit. So I was really, really disappointed. Even Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, although I like her in the role, and I think she does. She provides a good performance as that character. It just wasn't enough to carry the whole movie. There was not a lot going for it that actually made it a good movie. So I forget now. I think it's February this year. I think it came out. I thought it came out last year. This year it's been a complete wash. But I believe it was February this year it came out. I don't really. It feels like 10 years ago, and I don't really remember how much hype was actually behind it when it came out. But I seem to think that it was really being pushed as it was going to be a good movie because of everything that was going for it. Like I say, female-driven cast and crew and etc. etc. But unfortunately, it just was not a good film. I was disappointed in it because I wanted it to be better than it actually was, and there's not a lot I can say about it aside from Ewan McGregor's performance, which makes me sound like a misogynist because he's really the only guy in it. But it is what it is. Sorry.
All right. No, don't be sorry. So mine was just a quick last minute thing, and but it's going to fall into a different category on the regular show. But I figured it was kind of how much you've heard about it, and then when it finally came out, depending on where you sit. Mine was Bill and Ted's. The thing and why I put it as so much hype and then didn't point is because of the hype. So many years of this being said that it's going to be made, and then you finally get the movie. And yes, it did hit certain parts where you felt really, really, really good. The nostalgia of it, seeing these 2 characters once again showing up and doing their thing, them actually having a chance to breathe. They can do that, but they seem so incapable of even doing that with their intelligence. But it just you thought you were going to get something really, really good. Now I don't know how well it did in theaters, but I know it came out during the pandemic, and it did away, and it was on POV. So it did well, but my thing that after years and years in hype, you're expecting this nostalgia thing, and it did give you that, but I don't think it lived up to the hype that people were hoping that it was going to be. That it didn't reach the potential that they thought. They got the audience that been begging for it. They come and watch. But if you're new to Bill and Ted, and you would probably say, well, what's so special about this movie? So that's why I kind of put it in that overhype, because it's reaching a small audience that's already prepared for it and wanted it. You also want a new audience too, and I don't think it really grabbed that new audience. I'm not sure that's the one I'm going for. Bill and Ted Face the Music. There we go.
And the winner is...
Bill and Ted Face the Music. There we go. All right, so that's our 2020 winner for the 2020 Floppy Awards. There you go, guys.
Hype to the hilt.
Yeah, so again, once this is, we did this at the very last moment like we did last year, and it shows in the quality. So thanks to guys always for inviting this in to do this. I hope it is. And boy, do I got a lot of editing to fix this to make it sound proper. So thanks guys at Hobie. Have a good time. Have a good year. Yeah. All right.
Bill and Ted Face the Music. Did anyone see that here?
I didn't,
not yet.
but I still want to see it. I'm a little disheartened that it won a failed floppy.
Yeah.
Was it really that hyped though? Like,
there were a decent amount of ads for it out there.
I think people online were kind of excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had to pick 5 movies that were advertised this year, I think Bill and Ted would have been one of them.
Okay.
I just don't really remember seeing that much about it. But
one of the new films that did come out, I forgot to tell you guys, we watched The Croods 2 the last night.
I'm sorry.
That would not have been one of my top 5.
Not as bad as I thought. It was enjoyable enough. I wouldn't go out.
Jason from Hobie, not as bad as it as I thought.
And,
so what grade do you give it?
Probably a C+, B-, C+. I'll go C+. C+.
C+. Ooh.
Peter Dinklage had a voice in it, and that was kind of cool because I like Peter Dinklage. Nicolas Cage was in it too, Jeff, just for your...
So that loses a letter grade right off the bat.
That's why it's C+ for you. So if you have kids, it's been... my kids really loved it, but you could do a lot worse.
No offense, Jason, but apparently your kids are dumb.
You know what, Jeff? Get out.
Really loved it. If you would have said they were amused by it, but they really loved it.
Well, I think my 10-year-old... What's that?
Well, Jeff, his kids are also the ones that go through the library and just take books and throw them anywhere they want to.
No, I'm talking kids. My 4-year-old may do that.
While his wife is working there.
She doesn't work there anymore, so suck it.
Both the Now brothers coming hard at Jason's parenting skills. I love it.
So says 2 guys that don't have parents.
They have parents. Yeah, the same.
And they're both still alive. Thank you very much.
I meant they don't have kids. Shut the fuck up, all of you.
There's a reason, because I would be a horrible parent.
Yeah, Jason, I'm not even allowed to have plants.
Well, you may pour Harvey Weinstein
Judge your parenting skills.
Anyways, let's go on to Besotted Geek. Stork and Peacock. They have the next category, Best Video Game Played This Year. So let's take it away.
All right. Hello, Hobie and Hobie listeners. It's Stork and Peacock.
Hello. Why? Whoa. Why did you say it like that? And Peacock.
This is our 3rd thing we've recorded tonight, and it's a struggle for me to get through something with you at this point.
With me? It's my fault.
So we're here.
Fucking treasure.
We're here to discuss 2020's best video game.
Probably none of which I've played.
Yeah, probably not. Well, I don't know. No, I think here's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I played a lot of video games this year.
Mm-hmm.
I I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/BesotedGeek, where I've played such things as Uncharted, every Uncharted game, Batman, Nintendo games up to something that starts with an E. What else? I don't know. A lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as 2020 actual release games,
Released in 2020. You haven't played much.
No.
How many have you played?
One.
So that's going to win? Is that what we're saying here?
Maybe.
Okay.
I think the big games to me of 2020.
Yes. This is any platform.
Anything.
Okay.
Last of Us Part 2.
Which you didn't play.
Big game. No, I haven't. I played the first one.
Okay.
Liked it.
Yeah.
I intend to play the second one.
Nobody cares about the first one anymore.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Animal Crossing. Beginning of the year. That was a huge, bolstered by being confined in homes.
Yeah.
This was one of those games that was like.
Right for the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Quarantine. Hey, hop on Animal Crossing. And
you can be with your friends.
Really? Yeah, people did. I mean, you can go to other people's islands.
Yeah.
We didn't. We don't have friends. So.
Well, we do, but they didn't want us on their island.
Yeah, that's true. We would have destroyed it probably. But anyway.
I would not have.
Okay, it would have been me.
Yeah, but I didn't have an account.
Yeah.
To go to other islands.
The account is under my name. We didn't do the family account. We did the solo account.
Cheap.
And yeah, we cheaped out.
Cheap.
Yes. So there's that. Among Us, huge this year. Out of nowhere.
What's that?
That's the one that I play on Steam.
Oh, yeah.
The Steam with the accusing people of a murder.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know anything about it, do you?
I've seen you play it.
Yeah.
And I know AOC played it.
Oh, yeah. She played Animal Crossing too, I think.
Did she?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Anything else strike my fancy as far as video games in 2020? No, nothing. I can't think of anything else.
Really? There's nothing else in the whole year of 2020.
The whole year. I can't think of anything besides.
Sorry.
And I really feel that it comes down to Animal Crossing and Among Us.
Okay.
Because those are the two that I've played.
It feels like Among Us is pretty big.
It is, but I'm leaning Animal Crossing.
I mean, I've never played Among Us, so I don't have a valid opinion.
Well, then I think we should go with an invalid opinion of what you played and I played. Animal Crossing.
Okay.
It's the floppy.
I mean, I do think that it was the right game for the right time.
Oh, yeah.
Like you just get to walk around and interact with, well, not people, animals.
No, well, other people from other islands.
Yeah, that's
if you're
true too.
into that sort of thing.
Which I'm not.
Freaks.
I'm not.
Yeah.
But yeah, so fun. I mean, the original, we've played every.
Not every.
Not every version, but like
the last few.
The real versions.
Mm-hmm.
Like the original, I don't know what it's called. And then there's New
I think it was called Animal Crossing.
And there's New
Leaf. And this is, what the hell is the name of this one?
New Horizon?
Sure.
I don't know. I've had 3 martinis. Get off my back. So, and this did add a lot of elements that were really cool, I thought.
Granted, we only played it for about 3 months and then gave up, but it was just, people still seem to like it. So
I feel like I could get back into it.
Sure.
Oh my God. You're like the worst person.
Was I supposed to agree with that?
No, but if you're picking it as your favorite thing from 2020.
I think it's the biggest game of 2020.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, I think it's a big deal.
Yeah, I really do.
So let's do it.
So that's
Animal Crossing New Horizon.
Possibly. You heard it here first, folks. That is the 2020 Floppy Award winner. And also for teen drama, Riverdale. So
Yeah, I was going to say, is there like a teen drama category?
I don't know, but the last season was great. I don't know if it was 2020 or 2019. Watch it. It's Riverdale. It's awesome. Go watch Riverdale.
Why did we not get to present that award?
I think it's bullshit. I'm a little pissed off.
And it should be Riverdale. If it's not Riverdale,
that's
we're
for Bricker.
Very angry.
Yes.
Well, that was a great category. Great nomination.
Tie Riverdale with a video game?
Yes, Animal Crossing and Riverdale are Floppy winners. Riverdale gets its fourth one, I think. Fourth one.
And they were all presented by Besotted Geek.
Yes.
All of Riverdale's floppies.
This now ties them with Gotham for the biggest winner. So congratulations. Congratulations.
I'm not clapping for Riverdale.
Until Gotham wins again this year.
I think Gotham had more.
Did Gotham have 5?
It did. Sorry, Riverdale's
best zombie book on a Titanic.
Yeah.
Won.
Yep. I thought that was Scab Jeff's year.
And really, they picked Animal Crossing over Among Us? I got a lot of bones to pick with this.
Everybody's playing Among Us. I have no idea what this is.
You're backstabbing people.
Oh, okay.
The problem with
you would love
Among
it, Jason.
Among Us it's a video game of a short video game that was on like Jackbox 6. And then they just took this one thing and made it its own game.
Gotcha.
It's one night ultimate werewolf in video game form.
Oh, is that
Pretty
what
much.
it is? Okay.
You're going around and secretly killing people one at a time, and then you try to guess who's the killer and eject them out into space. And if you pick wrong, you just got rid of one of the
good people.
Good people.
Can I just do it just to be fun? Just like eject people into space?
You can vote to do that, yes.
Okay.
And really, they're wrong. The best video game played this year was me playing The Sims.
Did 1999 call?
Oh, I'm sorry. The Sims 5.
Oh, my bad. 2007 called.
Animal Crossing's been out for like 7 years. You want to talk about movies that have been out or video games have been out for a while? Animal Crossing's been out for a long time.
This is a new one for the Switch.
It just came back. That's all it was.
Uh,
I've never played Animal Crossing. I've heard good things, but I never played it.
Apparently, there's some asshole who charges you way too much interest or something when you buy your house. That's all the only thing I know about Animal Crossing.
Also, breaking news, Jeff. My wife did want to pass on along a message to you on air since you complimented her chili. She said thank you, and when all this is over, she's going to make a big old bowl of chili just for you. So there you go. Take that for what it is. I'm not sure if that's innuendo.
We've got a long list of things to do when this is over.
Yes,
but I'm putting chili at the top of the list.
And I got another message shared from your sister Carolyn that you'd never mentioned you liked her fudge or her truffles. So fuck you. You can't have any.
Yeah, I've already been eating them. So because I said candy. I'm thankful for the holiday candy, and I said especially Buckeye balls. And she got mad because she doesn't make Buckeye balls. She makes fudge and truffles.
Like a truffle shuffle?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it's just like that. But I still stand by. I like Buckeye balls the best.
So, Jim, what I'm hearing you say is your sister.
I eat Buckeyes outside of the holiday. What was that, Jason?
Jim, I was going to say, so what you're saying is Sister Carolyn is voting for Jeff for Pittsburghian of the Year, the worst person award. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Good thing
Jeff
she
gets
doesn't have a vote.
Jeff gets a vote. Congratulations.
Let's do an official vote. So. Oh, yeah. Oh, Animal Crossing. Yeah, congratulations.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So, Pittsburghian of the Year, Worst Person Award. The nominees are Stork of Besotted Geek, Lori Laughlin, Scab Jeff, and that fucking Carol Baskin. So,
Carol Baskins.
That is Blake's vote. Is Carol Baskins? That's Baskin. Sorry, that is her vote.
She's off to a big lead already.
Brian, who are you voting for?
Man, this is tough. All these people are they're so bad.
Mm-hmm. I'm really bad. Come on.
I've already cast one vote for you, Jeff. I don't know that I can do it twice, but I'm going to go with Stork. That guy, he sucks.
I do apologize. The fans voted for Carol Baskin, so that's 2 votes for Carol Baskin. My bad. She got 39% of the vote. Doug, who you got?
Stork has bashed the post office way too many times, so I'm going with Stork.
Okay. I'm going Lori Loughlin because she tried to bribe her kids into a college because her kids are too dumb. And that's not allegedly.
Wait. So it's okay to bribe to get your kids into college, but it's not okay to do that. But you're saying it's okay to bribe yourself to get us floppy.
Yes.
What's the difference between her and Scab Jeff?
We admit to it. that we accept it. Yeah. We're not hiding it.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead, Jason. I'm also voting Lori Loughlin, and Doug, I'll clear this up. We'll admit that what we're doing is wrong and deceivious. Well, she can't admit that what she did was wrong, and then cried and whined about it when she was going to jail, and then cried and whined about being in jail and whatnot. So she's just pretty bad this year.
Okay.
This year just really tarnished the image that we all held so high.
But Jeff, her daughters are hurt. They don't know what to do right now. Her daughters are hurt.
No. Her daughter said that she does not want any sympathy or any pity for what's going on. Well, of course you're not going to give you any, you entitled piece of shit.
Her daughter said that because someone took her aside and said, look, you're looking bad. Try to say the right thing. And she screwed that up.
Yeah. She gets my Floppy for Instagram Influencer of the Year.
No.
No one gets a Floppy for being an influencer. That's the stupidest job.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. It's the Pittsburghian Instagram influencer Floppy.
You know what?
Yeah. And Lori Loughlin did raise an Instagram influencer, so that's pretty bad too.
Scab, who are you voting for?
I will vote for Scab Jeff.
Oh, boo. God.
It's not bad? Come on.
2-1.
Who hasn't voted yet? Jeff, have you voted?
I have voted for Lori Loughlin.
Jim, Jim, who do you got?
Let me think. Stork's just kind of there. I don't think he's the worst right now.
Right now.
Carol Baskin's pretty fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I never watched Tiger King because it all got all the hype and everybody told me I should watch it, so I didn't. So I can't really
wait. Before you vote, I really have to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to walk out of the room before you vote. Just keep that in mind how terrible I am.
Let's see who else is nominated. We got
Loughlin.
Lori Loughlin. Yeah, she is horrible. The entire. She didn't even realize she did anything wrong until she was going to prison.
Yeah,
and then what's that, Jeff?
So I'm just going to throw this out there. If you vote Scab Jeff, we'll have a 4-way tie.
And then we can vote real quick before he gets back, so hurry up.
You guys don't think I realized that?
Yeah, go.
And then there's Scab Jeff, who didn't even bother to get me a bribe.
Mm-hmm.
What a dick. Scab Jeff.
Okay, so we got to run off. I'm going to vote for Lori Loughlin. Who voting for Jeff?
Scab Jeff.
Jim.
I screw out think. Go to somebody else.
Doug.
Lori Loughlin.
Okay. Jeff. Brian. Brian, what you got?
I'm still sticking with Stork.
Okay. Jim, who you got?
Her kid's an influencer, Lori Loughlin.
Okay. Scab Jeff?
I wasn't even in the top two, was I?
No, it was a four-way runoff.
Yes.
You lost. Lori Loughlin wins the Pittsburghian of the year.
Wait, Dub didn't even. Wait.
Yeah, I did.
Scab Jeff didn't vote. He voted for himself. He still
that's
loses.
what it is.
Good job, Lori Loughlin.
So close again, Jeff.
So close. Let's see. Speaking of from one Pittsburghian of the year, horrible person, let's get to Sean and Ian from Pittsburgh Nerd. They do this every year, and we appreciate it. Best sports story of year 2020. Take it away, guys.
Hi, I'm Sean.
And I'm Ian, and we're the co-hosts of the Pittsburgh Nerd Podcast.
And once again, we are here to present the Floppy Award for the sports story of the year, Ian.
Go ahead.
The Floppies, yes. The most coveted prize in all of podcasting. The
True.
Floppy Awards. It's a sensational time of the year. People are usually dressed in their finest. All the stars come out. It's a big hado. It's the one time of the year Cincinnati becomes the center of the pop culture universe.
That it is.
So it gives us great pleasure to present this award as we've done so for the past few years. And I've been thinking about this for a while. And you're thinking about like, what's the sports story here? What was that big sports story that really grabbed you? I think, in all honesty, there is only one story in sports that really jumped out and, kind of grabbed you. And that's COVID-19.
Agreed.
And if you think about it, from mid-March, when the NBA and the NHL shut down and all other sports kind of followed suit, it affected so many real sports from mid-March until the end of July.
No, I mean, we pretty much had, badminton and
fucking cornhole. I became addicted to cornhole. I was watching professional cornhole league, and I'm like, wow, what's wrong with me? That's how desperate I was for sports. I was watching cornhole. So, and I'm from what I understand, COVID was phenomenal for cornhole.
Right, and that wasn't on Pornhub.
That was not. No, it was not on Pornhub. I watched some of those too. You've been looking at my search history. I don't appreciate that. But if you think about it, the NBA and the NHL seasons came to a halt. The NCAA tournament, one of the biggest events of the year, got shut down. It didn't happen this year. The NBA and the NHL picked up their seasons later on. They were able to crown a champion, but not only did it affect this year, but it's affecting the next season for both of those leagues because they're starting much later. And I think the NBA's season starts on Christmas Day, and I don't think the NHL even knows when they're going to start yet. They kind of haven't announced that yet.
Right.
You look at how boxing was affected, and with empty arena fights, and MMA with UFC, going to Fight Island to do shit. So their international competitors could compete. The NFL and college football, their seasons have been mixed up and mixed around. Especially in college football, where you've had teams rescheduling games and canceling games and all sorts of crazy horror shit. So, I mean, in all honesty, for my money, that seems to be the sports story of the year is how COVID affected sports for the year of 2020.
Right. I agree.
Damn you, COVID-19. Damn you to hell.
Yeah.
So there it is. There it is. There's a sports story of the year, and Ahsoka agrees. It's how COVID-19 fucked up sports for the year of 2020.
Oh, certainly.
And with that, we shoot it back to you and the Hobie crew.
Peace.
Okay, thank you, Pittsburgh, nerd. It shows not everyone in Pittsburgh is the worst. Not everyone, except Ian.
COVID's the worst.
Yeah. This is the big one.
COVID.
Fucking COVID. This is the big one. Well, one of them. We got Best Intern 2020, picked by Hobie. We've had a lot of interns over the years, a lot. But these...
Some of them lost to the Canadian wilderness.
We had Quasimodo. We had Caitlin. We had Rocket.
Oh, yeah, Rocket. Was there a Janice?
There was a Janice. There's a lot.
The guy who played the piano.
Who?
The guy who played the piano.
Schroeder?
No, the guy on the show who played the piano.
Elton John?
No, he was a...
You had the little keyboard.
Nick?
No, yeah, Nick. He's the gimp.
Yeah.
I think he might have been intern for a while though.
I think he did.
And who was before Brian? There was somebody.
That was Quasimodo. We fired him.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Or Rocket. I can't remember the order they came and went.
I thought one of Jim's friends was an intern also.
That's Brian.
You mean Hackney?
Oh. No, I thought there was another one.
There's a fax machine. There's a fax machine. Intern of the year 2020. We have Scab Jeff, Intern Hackney, Robert De Niro, and a fax machine. So this is a big one because Intern Hackney and a fax machine both tied with 33% of the vote from the listeners. So they both get a vote. Let's see here. Blake's pick, the fax machine, because it always puts out for him. So he's got a vote. Fax machine has 2 votes.
Well, I'm throwing my vote in here.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm voting for Robert Downey Jr. He was so great in that intern movie.
Good call. Jim, who do you got?
Well, only one of the people nominated gave me a nice Doug Markitis sticker. So I got to go with Intern Hackney.
Okay. I love Brian, but he gets mad at me for the Quibi jokes. And every time I try to start an episode by taking the high road, and he just pulls me down.
This is what you can. This way you could like give him like an olive branch here, Jason.
You know what? You got a point.
Sorry.
You got a point. I think.
But before you say anything, Jason, remember Jen had some pretty good floppy bribes.
Oh, you can vote for Jen then.
I will double that bet or that vote.
I'm going to go with the fax machine. Jeff made a good point 2 episodes ago. It gives me the daily news. I like that.
I said joke. It gives you a joke every day.
Well, mine does the news. Doug, who are you voting for?
Fax machine screwed up the outline for the Floppy Awards.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, what would be better than father and son have it being multiple floppy winners? So I'm going with the intern.
Okay.
Thanks, Dad.
Jeff,
no problem.
So it's tied coming to me?
3-3 to 1. Scab, you got the deciding vote. What do you got here?
I'm going to go for Intern Hackney.
Wow. 2 years in a row.
For another hot vote from myself.
Congratulations, intern.
Fax machine isn't voting for me.
He's using votes to hopefully garner votes.
Brian, would you like to say anything?
Fuck you, Jason.
What I do?
And he kept it short. That's the best type of acceptance speech.
You didn't vote for me. You constantly start shit with Quibi.
What?
Constantly.
I'm beg to differ.
And you mispronounce almost
you
everything.
throw me under the bus at any opportunity that you have.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
I would second the "fuck you, Jason" thing, but I'm still really impressed that he pronounced "coup" correctly when reading it. Last time that I saw. There is a P when you are spelling the word, but he did not pronounce the P correctly.
Coupe? Isn't that a type of car?
Your type of car.
I was never more shocked than when he read "coup" correctly.
Shut up, drunk.
It's nice to have the bar set so low.
Speaking of setting the bar low, they just got it in by the deadline. Let's go to the cinema guys, Brad, the Cinemaiden, and Justin for the favorite things they consumed during the quarantine this year. Take it away, everyone.
Hey, everybody, it's the Cinema Guys here to give our Floppy Award for
our favorite things that we've consumed during quarantine.
2020, which was, it's been a year for sure.
So what are we doing, round robin style? We're each doing one thing, that's it? We only get to talk about one?
One. Your top thing that you watched during, your quarantine time.
All right.
Those who don't know the Cinema Guys, I'm Brad. I'm here with
Justin.
And
I'm the Cinemaiden.
And creepily in the back is the Cinemaiden.
In the back where she belongs.
Oh.
You're lucky we're virtually via Zoom because I would have
2020, we can do what we want. All right, so what is it? What is it, Cinemaiden? What did you consume?
I started Schitt's Creek for the first time. I consumed all of it.
How far are you?
Well, I have a thing where I don't finish series if they end. So I have the last episode and a half to go.
Only finish series
and I won't
if
watch
they don't end?
No. I won't watch the last episode and a half for years.
Oh, gotcha. Weird.
I don't like endings.
So
I have
then, have
issues.
you watched it all but the last episode?
Yes.
I don't like that. It's weird.
What?
I didn't watch
episode and a half. So
because
you're partway through one episode.
The dramatic
nope.
build up, and
if you ask my friends who are not outside of you two, Anna, for example, she'll know that if I'll watch 5 minutes of something and then I'll stop and then I'll watch 5 minutes more a week later and then 5 minutes more, maybe a month later.
At this point, how are you getting invested in these characters?
Because I've binged the entire series up until the last.
I know, but then you're going to wait so long and you're going to forget.
No, I won't forget.
How important it all is.
She gets 5 minutes every so often.
Also, maybe that's how I deal with it. I don't like endings. I don't like endings at all. I don't like endings of books. I don't like endings of TV shows.
Do you finish books or do you just stop with 5 pages left?
Sometimes I do that.
Interesting information that we're finding out here for the Floppy Awards.
Movies, it does not happen with that. I can finish movies easily.
But they end.
All right, so yours is Schitt's Creek, which is good. That's a good one. All right, Brad, how about you?
There's been quite a few surprises that I enjoyed, but I would probably say my number one, which I've mentioned this movie to you guys multiple times, and I kind of get an eye roll from you. And Jason from History of Bad Ideas will probably give the same thing when I say this, but Uncle Peckerhead. It's a horror movie that came out a horror comedy that came out this year that I was completely surprised by and just loved.
Yeah, I think everyone loves that movie.
Give it a chance, man.
There was a lot of series that I really liked, but I'm going to go with I watched for the first time, and I binged them all in 2 weeks. All Fargo, the show. I watched all of them, and then watched the new season that just ended 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, I really like it. I think it's a good show that's worth watching. So I'm going with Fargo.
So we got Schitt's Creek, Uncle Peckerhead, and Fargo.
Yeah,
and just think. Our quarantine started with the Tiger King. We've kind of forgotten about that and kind of moved on to other things.
I think everybody forgot about the Tiger King.
Kind of did.
He's still trying to get Donald Trump to give him a pardon, though.
He probably will.
But I'll say you heard it here. I don't want to say first. I'll say you heard it here last, since it's the end of the year. Top TV shows / 2 TV shows and a movie for our 2020 surprises.
I mean, there definitely were other surprises.
There totally were, but these were our tops.
That's the one I went
Our
with.
tops for the Floppy Awards in 2020. Just so everyone knows, we are the Cinema Guys. We do a movie podcast, and you can find us at wearethecinemagays.com.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. They'll be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo as well, September 17th through the 19th, Duke Energy Convention Center. Get your tickets maybe in March at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. Hobie will be there. Tony Hawk will be there. That's not confirmed yet. And Elton John. So that's not confirmed yet either, but those are the rumors. So just to let you guys know. Wide range of people. So this is the big one. This is a personal one. This is the Worsley of the year, picked by Hobie. Jeff, explain again, what is the Worsley Award?
The Worsley Award is probably the most pointless and senseless and stupid death of the year. Probably given to someone who thinks they're doing something to advance the world or spread the good news or whatnot, but usually it's just stupid and death.
Okay.
I hope that my words are just all wrong, because this award just gets me so excited because there's a lot of dumb people in the world.
We'll start. Jim, do you have a Worsley Award winner?
Yes, and
Or nominee.
I'm highly disappointed it didn't get put on to the outline.
Fucking fax machine.
The damn fax machine didn't listen to me.
Yeah, fucking
And,
fax
and,
machine.
and it put the wrong one on for Brian.
I don't think it even put one on for me. No, it didn't.
Yeah, I don't have one for Brian on my outline.
Okay, just
fax
do
machine
it.
just was not doing well today.
That's why the fax machine didn't win.
Yeah, but you still voted for him.
I did.
See, mine goes to a news story coming out of Russia on February 29th. It goes to, I don't even know what the husband's name is. It's Instagram influencer Yekaterina Didenko, who was celebrating her 29th birthday at a pool in their city's complex in the south of the city. So her husband decided to make a nice surprise, and he dumped a bunch of dry ice in the pool while guests were exiting the sauna because they were complaining it was too cold. And it releases a toxic gas when thrown in the pool, and 3 people died, including her husband.
So, what's the rule? Don't put dry ice in a pool and then swim.
They complained it was too cold, so they threw in.
It was too hot.
They threw dry ice in the pool,
frozen,
and they came out of the sauna and jumped in the pool.
That is a good one, Jim. I do like that one.
And any deaths that involve social influencers,
Brian,
probably deserve.
Yep, Brian, what's yours? I got it here.
Mine comes out of Yellowstone Park in June of this year. A California woman was gored multiple times by a bison at Yellowstone National Park after she came within 10 feet of it several times to take its picture. The incident happened to a 72-year-old woman who had suffered multiple goring wounds. The series of events that led to the goring suggest that the bison was threatened by being repeatedly approached and charging the woman.
They did not kill the bison, did they?
It does not say
they usually
in
don't.
The article.
They usually don't in Yellowstone.
Yeah,
Yellowstone, yeah. Because they realize that people are fucking ignorant.
Yes.
So this lady saw the bison and was like, "Oh, I want to get my picture," and it charged at her, so she ran back, and then she did it again, and then charged her again. So she didn't learn her fucking lesson, and she ended up dying for it.
Yep.
So
you had me until 72 years old, and at that point, it's like, hey, this is my bucket list thing that I have to get out of the way
before I die. Immediately after doing it.
So I'm not sold yet.
So that is Brian's. Jeff, I have yours if you need me to do it.
I got it here. I can.
Okay, go ahead.
It's in front of me. No. Well, just the article here. Evangelist. Wow, I can't even. Oh my God, I'm getting Jason disease. Evangelical pastor died of COVID-19 just weeks after proudly showing off how packed his Virginia church was and vowing to keep preaching, quote, unless I'm in jail or the hospital. His last known in-person service, Bishop Gerald O. Glenn, got his congregation at Richmond's New Deliverance Evangelistic Church to stand to prove how many were there despite warnings against large gatherings. I firmly believe that God is larger than the dreaded virus, and you can quote me on that, he said, repeating a second time, saying people are healed in his church. Happily announcing he was being controversial and in violation of safety protocols, he vowed to keep his church open unless he's in jail or the hospital. I am essential, he said. I'm a preacher. I talk to God. And then after he died, his wife and daughter went on to tell everyone that they should take these COVID warnings serious because once it becomes personal, they realize how serious it is.
Yeah. He talked trash. Didn't believe it that much. Yeah. He got COVID, died. Happens all the time.
And there were several of these preachers.
2020. That is the best Worsley death of 2020 by far.
There were several of these preachers.
So far.
He is literally talking to God now.
Aww.
Maybe.
There were several of these preachers that died this way, but I think his was the first that came out.
Pastor Kenneth is still hanging on.
Well, he blew COVID away, didn't he?
Yeah.
Blake.
Oh, the videos you make of Kenneth are great.
I love it.
Blake is Hobieing, maxing it. He said, Hobie maxing it here. All the COVID deniers that died from COVID. So, very similar. And mine is Cynthia Covert, whatever. 58. Covert. There you go, Covert. 58 was killed by an alligator in South Carolina pond after she just finished doing the homeowner's nails, and she tried to touch the reptile before they attacked. She died after venturing waist deep into the pond, a gated community outside of Charleston, to encounter and pet the gator. Before being pulled into the water...
Whoa. Waist deep in a pond on...
Kiowa Island.
Okay.
Yeah, sucky. You didn't think that was coming, did ya? I got that one. I set you up for that one and just slammed you down. I said that right.
You were really close, but not.
Simmer down, fax machine. Before being pulled into the water, she briefly got away from the alligator, and as the woman stood in waist-deep water, she said, I guess I won't do this again. And then the alligator grabbed her in its jaws and took her under. I don't know why, but I'm like, don't go pet a fucking crocodile, alligator.
Well, she was right. She didn't do it again.
Nope.
Well, she's also the one that before she walked in, like, don't do that because it eats animals. It eats like deer and stuff. I'm not a deer.
That's right. Jeff's pick and my pick were both nominees. Were both listed on Hobie earlier this year. We did talk about them earlier this year. Doug, did you have any?
Well, I have one, and I take a different take on this. Alistair Edward Henry Worsley was in the English military and was nicknamed Curly Whirly. But he did this for charity. I think it was more of a noble death of he tried his best. It was for a good cause.
Mm-hmm.
So before the pandemic, people were, taking buses, subways, to work. They had time on their hands. A noble cause would be give them something to watch, just briefly. So, was it Jeffrey Katzenberg came up with Quibi? Now, this was a good idea. It was a good idea. Who saw a pandemic coming? So I don't think it's funny.
Brian.
It was a noble cause, and because of circumstances outside of their control, a pandemic where everybody stayed at home and didn't have to watch stuff on their phone, they went out of business after 6 months. So my nominee is Quibi.
Death of Quibi. Wow.
And Jason, we talked about mine in February, but since your memory only lasts like 18 minutes, you forget things.
He's a goldfish.
My bad. Okay, so Scab, you get to vote. Which one is your pick for Worsley nominee? Who wins a Worsley Award this year?
It's between Jeff and yours, Jason. I like the alligator one was good, but I think Jeff's is more important.
Okay. So the preacher gets one.
Jeff.
Okay. Doug, who do you got?
I go with the nobleness of it, and I'm thinking Quibi. I'm sorry. The guy was a hero.
You know what, Doug?
Quibi was a hero. It would have made sense. You know
what, Doug?
It's not a bad thing.
I got 2 votes for Quibi. I'm with Quibi on this. I'm with you, Doug. Really with you. I was about ready to get the subscription this month, but then I got HBO Max because I couldn't find Quibi anywhere. Jeff, who do you got?
$1 in the jar.
Damn it.
$2, I think. But I'm also I'm going to go with Bishop Gerald O. Glenn.
Okay. Intern, you got Quibi or are you picking something different?
I'm going to pick Jim's.
Oh, the dry ice. I do like the dry ice. Okay.
Just because I don't like any of you guys right now. Except for Jim. I like Jim.
Tie here?
Jim, what do you got?
I got to go with my nomination.
Dry ice.
Got to go with the Mr. Didenko.
You know what?
Those dry ice into a pool.
I feel like all 3 deserve it, so let's give it to all 3.
I'm going to say Blake's vote is for people who denied COVID who were killed, which includes Pastor O. Glenn.
You know what? You're right.
Yep.
You're right. Congratulations, Jeff, the preacher that died. Good job.
Gerald O. Well, it's a middle initial, not a Irish name. Gerald O. Glenn.
Okay, we got 2 categories left here. I really thought Quibi was going to win something for once. So we got.
I had to argue for that one.
That was a positive. I was taking the high road, Jim.
You weren't.
You don't even know where the high road is, Jason.
It's over there. It's at my parents' house. So number we only have 2 left.
You have to take the streetcar to get to it.
The streetcar Cincinnati. Okay, we got 2 big ones left here.
Is the best bribe one of them? Because I think I deserve that one.
We got breaking news here. We got tweet while we were on air. Hold on, let me get this here. Nerdly Out Loud. Kevin just says he hopes he wins one. You know what, Kevin? Best interview podcaster of the year. Kevin from Nerdly. Congratulations. Nerdly Out Loud. Congratulations. Just throwing it out there. And let's see. Brian Auer has fresh brownies and fudge available for bribes. So,
that's better than a 3-year-old book.
You know what? Brian Auer, he wins Best Star Wars Fan of the Year. Congratulations for that, Floppy. Look at that. So we're getting to you, Scab. We're getting to you. Let's see here. Our friends, Heno and Kiki, are presenting the next award, Best Abs of 2020. COVID edition. So they usually give the best abs. This year they're doing the best non-abs of the year. So take it away, guys.
Hey, this is Heno from the Moving the Needle podcast and the Crazy Life podcast. Nope, there is no more Gotham/Orville lights any longer. When Orville decided to go to Hulu, well, I don't have Hulu, so...
You're missing out.
I know. And that's not Stephanie, by the way, because Stephanie and I hooked up with Sean and Roy and reconstituted Moving Needle podcast, but then Stephanie decided to stop podcasting with us. Wah, wah. Sad. Yes. So I have with me today Kiki.
Ahoy.
Hi, Kiki.
Hi.
So Kiki has joined us on Moving the Needle podcast, which is a podcast dedicated to television, movies, and music on occasion. Please check us out on your podcatcher of choice. And she helped us review the controversial indie film Cuties, and you broke your podcast cherry. How'd that feel?
It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I was excited.
Were you emotionally erect?
No, and I didn't clutch any pearls either.
Oh,
Shocker.
Can you do both? Maybe.
I
don't know.
Maybe.
Well, Kiki is joining me to introduce the nominees for the History of Bad Ideas 2020 Floppy Award for Best Abs in a Motion Picture.
Dun da da da.
COVID edition. No, we will not be nominating Vin Diesel for Bloodshot, where he obviously always gets ripped, tears it up, looks like a stud. No, we will not be nominating Lenny Kravitz, who on the October issue of Men's Health looks like an absolute fucking specimen with a six-pack beyond belief.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
The man's 56 years old.
Yes.
He looks like he's 26 years old.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. No, we will not be nominating those because I don't know about y'all, but I myself, I haven't been to the gym in 4 months. I have a 1-pack now.
We're not going to talk about when the last time was I was at the gym.
No, why not?
It's been a hot minute.
You're going with the fluffy look?
Yes, yes.
Excellent.
Which supports all of our nominees.
Yes,
kind
it
of.
does.
Kind of.
So we're going to do a twist, and this is the COVID edition. So our first nominee for the History of Bad Ideas Floppy Award for Best Abs in a Motion Picture, Donald Trump, for hashtag unfit, the psychology of Donald Trump.
I like it.
I think the title says it all.
Yeah.
All right, who you got?
I have Barley Lightfoot from the Disney Pixar film Onward. He is an overweight gamer type who is basically taking on the challenge of raising his brother since their dad isn't there. And I thought, that's awesome. Then I found out that Chris Pratt was the one who did the voice.
Oh, Chris Pratt's back again.
Indeed.
Wow, and he almost lost his second Floppy Award.
Yeah,
because he kind of let himself go, and here he is now.
Look at that. He killed it.
Wow. All right, our third nominee goes to Rosie Perez, who played Renee Montoya on Birds of Prey and pretty much was a drunk detective who had completely let herself go.
Yeah.
I think that qualifies.
Yeah.
All right, now our fourth nominee, we're going a little bit off the beaten path, but this is an actor, and this particular performance was outstanding. Please introduce our fourth nominee.
We have Jack Black in his TikTok video where he danced in his garden hose to WAP. It was fantastic.
Yes, everyone must see it. It is so awesome.
He kills it.
God,
I was so
him.
Impressed with that.
I absolutely love him. He is just so great. All right, our fifth nominee is going to be Nicolas Cage for the movie Jiu-Jitsu. Now, if you have not seen Jiu-Jitsu, it is basically martial arts versus aliens.
Okay.
Now, you've got all these great martial artists that show up ready and ripped to work. Even Frank Grillo's in it, and his arms look amazing. And does Nicolas Cage get ripped at home during COVID and show up? Nope. He pretty much shows up with long hair, a bit of a belly, playing Nicolas Cage. Kind of looks like he did a couple of days. They even put him in like a duster, and he's like this. He even does like the whole face off. Like he says he's crazy.
So he's the over the top Nicolas Cage that
he's basically Nicolas Cage.
He made his own meme based movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Pretty much.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And he comes in and he's like the samurai warrior guy. Yeah. But he did not like bring any like abs or anything.
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah.
No gratuitous body shots?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. Not like they layered him. Everybody else here, check out my arms, check out my this. Not Nick Cage.
COVID was hard to everyone. It's
yes,
okay.
it was.
Okay.
And who's our last nominee?
Our last nominee is Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda?
Baby Yoda. He's so soft and cute and cuddly. You don't see his abs?
And he's green.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go with it.
It's like the miniature version of Hulk, but a lot more cuter.
And less ripped. He's the COVID. He's the COVID Hulk.
Yeah.
It's like Hulk just got shrunk down. Oh, that's great. Okay, and our winner.
It has to be Chris Pratt. I'm sorry.
Why?
Because, okay, past episodes, he nearly lost a floppy because of, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yep.
But no, I think he redeemed himself by being this awesome giant teddy bear on screen and an awesome brother.
I love it.
Yep.
Chris Pratt gets his third Floppy Award for Best Abs COVID Edition.
Yep.
Hat trick. Huzzah!
Fanfare.
And there was much rejoicing. Yay.
Good job, Chris Pratt. 3-time Floppy Award winner. 3-time.
Yeah. This is great that he won as an animated character.
With a gut. An animated character with a gut. So.
I was pulling for Jack Black to win.
Yeah.
I've been trying to model my abs after his for years.
Just want to let you know, welcome, Kiki. Welcome to the Floppy Awards. It's good to have you. So there you go. Let's see here. This is the big one. Everybody's been talking about it for years. Every year they talk about it. It's the 2020 Canadian of the Year. Last year's winner was Jeannie of Hobie. Before that was Scott from the Pop Culture Cafe until he had to resign. Besotted Geek, he had it. Then he had Pezgate, and then El Heno got it.
It was stripped from Besotted Geek, so.
Jeannie did a good job calming the waters last year. She reset the Canadian standard.
Yeah, she actually made it through the year without having to lose it.
Yeah. Before that was Nickel. Before that, 2015 was Nickel and El Heno. Before that, 2014 was Nickel. Just Nickel from Graphic Novice. So he was a 3-time winner. So this year, Jeff, would you like to do the nominees?
Let's see. We got a list of nominees here. We've got Dan Rather, who someone thought was Canadian.
Still works.
We've got Steve of Everything I Learned from Movies.
Mm-hmm.
We have Izzy from Everything I Learned from Movies. Scab Jeff. Nickel is back in the nominees. Jason C. Brown, everyone's favorite Hollywood director, or at least Hobie's favorite Hollywood director. Randall Holt, RJ Holt 666 on Twitter, and Tony of Salty Language.
So there's 2 groups here, Jeff, that were voted on.
We threw out 2 different groups for the listeners to vote. The first group of Dan Rather, Steve, Izzy, and Scab Jeff. The results came back, and Izzy came in 4th with 13%. Then Scab Jeff at 24%. And Dan Rather beat out Steve 35 to 28%. So Dan Rather gets a vote.
Mm-hmm.
And then in Group 2, we have Jason C. Brown came in fourth with 8%. Randall Holt third with 17%. And then Nickel beat Tony 50% to 25%. So 50%. So Nickel gets an automatic vote.
Okay. Jeff, go ahead. Since you did that, who's your vote this year for Canadian of the Year, the prestigious award that honors Canadians and Hobie?
You know, I thought I had my vote ready to go until last week when Jason C. Brown had to throw out the fact that he was on crew of the television show I'm Sorry, which is one of the best shows of the last decade. And so Jason C. Brown won my vote for Canadian of the Year.
Okay. Just to let you know, Blake has voted Jason C. Brown all the way. Why the fuck not? Insert bad Audi joke here. So there you go. 2 votes for Jason
Audi
C. Brown.
or Aldi?
He doesn't know. Scab Jeff, go ahead. Who are you voting for?
I know for a fact that Jen Adams is going to get a passport or trying to get a passport within the next year. So I'm going to vote for her because she might one day go to Canada.
Okay. Please let Jen Adams know she also wins a Floppy this year for best trivia guest. So congratulations, Jen Adams, for that too.
Can I take back my vote now?
Nope. Jen Adams gets a Floppy. 2-time Floppy winner. Good job, Jen.
And let's just say she gave some pretty good presents to get that Floppy too.
You know what? The best part is, even if Scab Jeff wins Canadian of the Year, he still doesn't even catch up to Jen, his girlfriend. So congratulations, Jen. Brian, what do you got?
Just looking at this list,
Dan
Rather is like right up there for me.
Yep.
But I'm gonna go with Scab Jeff.
Wow.
Oh no.
He's earned it this year.
Jim, what are you doing?
Let me think. Steve and Izzy are pretty good.
They are.
I kind of like them. Dan Rather's Twitter has been on fire recently.
I know it was a very difficult decision for me because of that fact.
Jason C. Brown, I do like. It's a good reason why I listened last week.
I can't deal with another time not voting for myself and don't do it.
Nickel has really let me down. On his being Canadian, because his fantasy hockey team he's like co-owner with is just god awful.
And he doesn't tweet much. I mean, we need somebody that's out there in front for Hobie.
And we haven't even gotten a hockey report.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Tony's good, though. We do love Tony.
So I am. There's Scab Jeff. So I'm voting Scab Randall.
Oh, Scab Randall. Doug's
Scab
dog.
Randall?
Scab Randall.
Oh.
Doug's
not
daughter.
Randall. Okay.
Not Randall. I'm voting Scab Randall.
Wow. A vote for Scab Randall is a vote for Randall. Good job. Well done.
No, that's a vote for Doug's daughter.
She was pretty good on the expo. Okay. Doug, what do you got?
I was already to go with Scab Jeff on this.
Yes.
But the chance for both of my kids to win a Floppy in the same year, I got to go with Scab Randall.
Wow. So it comes down to me? What? Ugh. Well, it's a tough call. So Dan Rather has 1, Scab Jeff has 1, Jason C. Brown 2, Scab Randall has 2, and Nickel has 1. So we could do a three-way runoff. That's going to be tough. You know
just not to sway your vote.
Uh-huh.
But my wife is already pissed off enough at you for getting through the nurse. A vote for other than Scab Randall may not end well. I'm just saying. That's not a threat. I'm just throwing that out.
I'll also point out that Dr. Dana is very upset with you for not including a Nurse of the Year Floppy.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Dr. Dana and Nurse Ape Hands, they both get floppies for Nurses of the Year. How about that? Does that help? Blink,
Probably
Brian.
Not.
Blink, Brian, if you're in trouble. Okay. There you go. We got floppies everywhere this year. Everyone's getting one.
Well, somebody's not.
You know what? I'm going to. You know what? I'm going to vote for Scab Jeff. Scab Jeff gets my vote right now. Just because he always comes on at the last minute when we need him, so he gets it. So now we got Scab Jeff, Jason C. Brown, and Scab Randall. Those are our votes. So Scab Jeff, you go first. Here's the runoff. Big one. 2 years in a row we've had a runoff.
I will vote for myself, but keep in mind, if I win this, I will get naked on this podcast. For everything. Wait, should I go the opposite?
You're trying to win? Brian Cobb.
Yes, Brian.
I can't. Turning myself off doesn't mean I still can't see you. Damn
it. Jim, what do you got?
Wait. Strike that. Reverse it.
Nope.
If I lose, I'll get naked.
Wait a minute. You can't change the rules.
Too late. You already said if you won. Should have thought about that 8 beers ago. Jim, what do you got?
I gotta go with my original vote. Scab Randall.
Okay. Doug.
Scab Randall.
Okay.
It's all about the kids.
Brian.
You know what? I'm thinking back over this. I'm gonna go with Jeff's original vote because of I'm sorry, Jason C. Brown.
You know what? I don't like flip floppers, but he does a great job on the show. Jason C. Brown. Congratulations, Jason. Congratulations. That's 2. So we got Randall. Scab Randall has 2. Jason C. Brown has 2, and Scab Jeff has 1. So
and I handed Brian a floppy.
Hey, I got you into the runoff. It was on you to bring it home, and then you threatened us to get it naked. I mean,
Jeff, what do you got?
Would have gone either way.
I don't like flip flopping.
If you vote to a 3-way runoff again, it then goes to Blake's vote. Then it goes to Blake's vote.
We're not going to vote for a 3-way runoff again because
no,
that would mean I would have to vote for Scab Jeff, and that's not happening.
Well, we could have Jen vote for the 3-way runoff.
But
for me,
yeah, I doubt she will vote for you. But I am intrigued with the Scab Randall coming in at the last second nomination. But I also hate changing my thought midstream, so I'm throwing Jason C. Brown.
Jason C. Brown, Canadian of the Year. Congratulations.
That's probably for the best because probably a 10-year-old shouldn't be getting a floppy. So that's probably for the best.
I would think the same thing.
And on my end, fuck this. Seriously, fuck this. What the fuck, you people? I have 7 fucking years. I've been trying to get a floppy. Forget it. Fucking done with you people.
Jeff, you want to come back in a couple weeks?
Sure.
Okay.
Is this once again though? Had he voted for himself at the beginning, he's cost himself more floppies than anybody.
On the positive, Jen Adams has 2 floppies. So good job. You could just borrow one of hers, Scab. You could just borrow one of hers.
They say that I can borrow one of your floppies.
Let her know she got a second one this year. We gave her a second one.
You did get a second one this year.
That's 2 for me and 0 for you, I guess.
She says or you probably heard her because it's on your phone or whatever.
Big year this year. Congratulations, Jason C. Brown, Hollywood director to the stars. Good job.
Isn't every Hollywood director a director to the stars?
Good news is he only had 8% of the vote, so we're really going to get our name out there now. Jason C. Brown, congratulations. Hopefully this goes up on his IMDb page. That would be nice.
Yes.
Because it does say frequent guest of History of Bad Ideas podcast on there. So that's always nice.
Oh, that would be great. I didn't even think of that. But yeah, on where they have awards and whatnot, awards and nominations. 2020 floppy winner.
It's gonna be awesome.
We got anybody know actually how to get on and edit IMDb?
I don't know, but we're on there. History of Bad Ideas podcast is on IMDb, thanks to Nerdly.
We have our own.
I believe you have to have an IMDb Pro account to be able to edit or add or submit things.
Well, hopefully Jason will submit it himself then, so he can show off his awards.
I like it. So yes, no bad idea this week. It's the Floppy Award. You can't be mad.
Yeah, there's never a bad idea on Floppy.
Yeah, unless you're Scab. Want to thank everybody for showing up. It was a great year. We start our year number 7 next year, Jeff. Did you think that was happening? Possible?
8. Year 8 starts
year
next
8. Year 8. Did you ever think that was possible, Jeff?
No, I didn't think we'd start year 2 or year 3. I figured we might get through year 1, but
okay.
And since we started in January, it actually takes the full year to get to the end of the year. But yeah.
I was trying to.
I have a question. One of the early. This is a job for the intern. One of the early episodes, there was something going to happen at episode 1000, but I can't remember what it was.
Find out what it was.
Yes, find out what it's one of the early episodes.
Like first 10 episodes?
That I don't know.
Was that when they were going to share the number one?
Oh, it is. Look at Jim coming through.
They're going to share the number one bad idea.
Yep, episode 1000. So stick with us for another.
No, I don't think it was that.
Oh, maybe not.
I think it was. I think it was more re-releasing episode number 1, maybe.
0.
Episode 0. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whew. I don't know about
and
that.
we could figure out who the guest who was on the show earliest who has not won a floppy was.
Blake?
Because I think that I was show 2 or 3. And I have not won a floppy.
Did the GIMP ever win? Because the GIMP was our first guest.
That is true. I don't know if the GIMP ever won.
That
poor Scab. Okay, everyone. It's been a wonderful, been a crappy year. But hopefully we'll be back in the studios this coming year, 2021.
Jason,
yes.
Before we wrap up, we've been talking for a while now, and I've finally come to a decision.
Yes.
Since this is the last show of the year.
Yeah.
I would like to announce the charity for our Quibi Fund.
Okay.
To receive the donation for you.
What is that?
The charity is called Small Steps in Speech.
And where are they located?
Hang on one second here. Let me find out.
What do they do?
First, let me give you. So they are a charitable nonprofit organization which provide grants on behalf of children with speech and language disorders.
Okay. We will make a donation in Brian's name.
They are located out of, let's see here. I'll get to you the information on it, but
Please do. Send it over to me. We
I
will mail
will
them.
send that over to you. That's who I would like the donation to be made to, please.
I can do that. I can do that. Small steps in speech. Yes.
Small steps in speech.
And Brian, my hope for next year is that we start off on the high road and we stay on the high road, you and I.
Well,
I hope
if you don't get on the exit for the high road, then you'll never make it.
I feel like I'm going to get on that exit. Jim and I spend a lot of time on the low road, Jim and I. But I feel like, Brian, you and I are different. We could do the high road here. We can do the high road here. I think
it's the only road I know, man.
Fuck Quibi.
All I know is I'm still stuck at the rest stop because I'm not moving anywhere.
In life or... Never mind.
Pretty much, yes.
Okay.
All I know is that 2 or 3 weeks ago, Jason read the word C-O-U-P and pronounced it correctly.
It is true. I did. You know,
like without even a pause or anything.
Anyways, thank you, Scamp Jeff, for coming on and losing again. Doug, thank you for coming on, casting the deciding vote. Jim, Jeff, Brian, we will see you. I'll see you in a couple weeks for the next episode.
Till the new year.
That's right.
I'll see you Thursday for Christmas Eve.
No. Doug, this was in the past.
Have we made any decisions on who the new intern's going to be?
Did you get promoted?
I'm just asking.
I think so.
Dibs.
Dibs on Scab Jeff?
I thought the fax machine took over for Brian.
Good call.
Well, the fax machine has been failing, though. I mean,
I was told that once you won more than one floppy,
you move up.
You're promoted.
You know what, Brian? That's true.
I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. I'm just asking.
We will have our HR discussion. We'll talk to HR, and when we come back, I think it's January 5th. I think is that day. When we come back to that Tuesday, we'll have your decision. Okay, we'll talk about it. All of us, Brian, Jeff, me, and Jim will talk about it. It's gonna be
what's a step up from intern? Junior podcaster?
Yes.
Yes. The director of podcasting information.
Assistant to the podcasting host. Assistant to. So we'll talk about it.
To the podcast host.
Yep.
Not assistant podcasting host. Assistant to the podcasting host.
This episode has more endings than Peter Jackson's films. Anyways, everyone.
Before you go on, did you see that Doug took special care to make sure that he was not in a
high school gym?
In a gymnasium for high schoolers?
Yeah, but Samuel Jackson's been staring at us for the last hour, and it's creeping me out.
Samuel motherfucking Jackson's been staring.
It's the floppies. The stars show up for it.
That's right. Everyone, stay safe into the new year, and Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay, we ready? Sound good in there? All right, cool. All right, Alan Sherman, 12 Days of Christmas parody for History of Bad Ideas, take 1. On the first day of Christmas, Hobie gave to me a Japanese transistor radio on the... What? Really? All right. Okay, all right, I can do it, okay. Alan Sherman, 12 Days of Christmas parody for History of Bad Ideas, take 2. On the first day of Christmas, Hobie gave to me a history of bad ideas, IOU. On the second day of Christmas, Hobie gave to me green polka dot pajamas and a history of bad ideas. What? Really? Well, that too? Okay, all right. All right, okay, we'll take it from the top again. All right, Alan Sherman, 12 Days of Christmas parody for History of Bad Ideas, take 3. On the first day of Christmas, Hobie gave to me a history of bad ideas, IOU. On the second day of Christmas, Hobie gave to me 2 IOUs and a history of bad ideas, IOU. It's a Nakashima. On the third day of Christmas, Hobie gave to me a calendar book with the name of my insurance man, 2 IOUs and a... Now what? Are you serious? They didn't get the calendar book... Okay, all right, fine. All right, can you just dub this in? Just dub this in. I don't want to start from the beginning again, okay? All right, cool. Let's see, where am I? Okay, yeah. 3 IOUs, 2 IOUs, and a history of bad ideas, IOU. It's better than money. On the 4th day of Christmas, Hobie gave to me... Are you... Really? Nothing? Not the whole thing? I mean, what the fuck? What the fuck am I doing the song for then? All right, fine. You know what? I'm done. Let's just get this over with, okay? 12 IOUs, 11 IOUs, 10 IOUs, 9 IOUs, 8 IOUs, 7 IOUs, 6 IOUs, 5 IOUs, 4 IOUs, 3 IOUs, 2 IOUs, and a history of bad ideas, IOU.
You've been listening to Hobie.